Welcome back! I'm back with another ghost story. And what better shirt to wear than Stranger Things? Lucy, what you doing over there? You playing with some cardboard? So yeah, wearing Stranger Things because strange things happen in that house. But I'm gonna tell you like a little backstory of like the little things that happen. So when we first moved there, it was in like 97. I was like 4 years old, and we didn't really like feel any ghosts or anything, or feel like the vibes were weird. But little things would happen. Like we would all go to bed, and then in the morning we would get up, and like the cabinets would be open. Like 1 or 2 cabinets would be open, and like 1 or 2 wall unit doors would be open. And we'd be like, that's weird. My parents thought it was like me or something because I was like 4. But obviously it wasn't, because it's too damn high up for a little 4-year-old to be opening cabinets and shit. But like stuff like that would happen. And like my sister would do her hair in the morning before school in the dining room where the wall units are, because the doors were big mirrors and she didn't have any mirrors in her bedroom. So she'd be like blow drying her hair and stuff, and she would feel like 2 like finger taps on her shoulder, and she thought it was me because little 4-year-olds play tricks. And she'd turn around, there'd be nobody there. Same thing happened to my dad. Like he'd walk into the kitchen and he'd feel 2 taps on his shoulder, and he'd turn around and there would be nobody there. And he even asked me about it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm 4. Like, what do you expect me to do? So they would feel that. Every once in a while, I'll be in my room, and I'd be like laying down, and you'd feel somebody like walk into the room, but like nobody's there. And then I would feel somebody sit down like on the edge of my bed. Like I'd feel it go like that. And at the same time, my rabbit at the time, not the one I have now, my old rabbit Oreo, he would start thumping. As soon as I would feel that, the bed would go down. So I'm like, oh shit, there's somebody in here. So it was like little stuff like that. But this one time, Gia commented on the last video telling me to tell this story, so I'm gonna do it. She's my best friend / cousin, family friend. She's basically my cousin. But we were having like a party, like a family party, and a lot of people were over, but all the adults were upstairs. And like me and Gia at the time were like maybe 8 years old or something, and me and her just went downstairs. At the time my room was downstairs, and I had a little twin bed, and we're just talking, sitting on the bed, and then all of a sudden I had a Powerpuff Girl comforter. And all of a sudden, the comforter, you see something under it go, and me and her were like, what the hell? Like, it wasn't my rabbit, because my rabbit was on the floor. And we didn't have any other, like, small animals. And we were like, we started freaking out. We're like, what the hell is that? And we lifted up the sheets. There was nothing under there. We're feeling all around. Nothing there. And then we run upstairs and tell everybody, and my sister's like, no, there has to be an explanation for it. She's like, it's probably a rabbit. You guys are playing tricks on me. And me and her were like, no, you have to come look at this. This is not normal. So my sister comes downstairs with us, and she's like, she lifted up the sheets, looked under there, didn't see anything, and then she puts the sheets back. And we're talking about it, and she's like, no, that didn't happen. You guys are seeing things. And as soon as she said that, it happened again, but then it went whoosh, and the whole sheet looked like somebody just went like that. And she goes, oh my God. And I'm like, that wasn't my rabbit. Like, you saw that too. That shit was wild. But, oh God, this story. So this takes place in my sister's old room that was upstairs, the most haunted fucking room ever. I don't know how she used to sleep in there. I used to sleep in there too, but she slept in there longer. But she had a ceiling fan that had a clicker. It had a remote, and it was hooked onto the wall. Nobody was using it. The fan was off. And me and my sister and one of our friends were just like in the bedroom, like playing on the computer and talking. And then all of a sudden, the fan just starts going really fucking fast out of nowhere. And the clicker is still on the wall. And she had a calendar, and the calendar was on the wall, just going, and the fan's still flying around. And we were just looking at each other like, oh my god. So my sister like gets the clicker and tries to turn it off, and it won't turn off. And then like eventually it turned off by itself. What you talking about? But that was just wild. And then, I would always see this little girl in white. It was so fucking creepy. She had the longest dark hair, and I got the chills just talking about this. Ooh. And hi Lucy. And she always had this long ass white nightgown, and she would always walk by in the hallway. And one time I was in my parents' room, and I was just sitting there talking to my mom, and you just see somebody just walk by, like just float by. And I looked at my mom, I was like, you saw that? She was like, but this one time I was having a sleepover with my friend, and we slept out into the living room, and there was a sofa here, and there was another sofa on this side, and I was sleeping on the one this way, and if you look straight, you would see the dining room. And I woke up at like 3 in the morning. Lucille, stop licking my feet. I woke up at like 3 in the morning. I remember this vividly. There was like a Zac Efron movie on, and I started watching it at like 3 in the morning, and then I just feel something weird. And I don't know why, but I just look straight ahead, and in the bottom of the table, I see this little girl with long dark hair, stop biting my feet, and a white nightgown, and it's like pitch black. It's just like a little TV on, but like that's about it. Just the TV, stop. And and I was freaked out. Like she was looking at me like, I was like, oh shit. I put the covers over my head, and I did not come up until morning, and I told everyone about it, and they were like, oh my god. I always saw that one. Oh, but this one time, me and my sister were just chilling in the living room watching TV, and all of a sudden, our dog, he just gets up and gets to the end of the hallway, well, the beginning of the hallway, and just starts barking viciously. And we're like, what the hell? There's 2 of us in the house. Everyone else was like at work or something. And my sister gets up because she thinks someone's in the house, because the dog doesn't bark unless like someone's there. So she gets up and looks, and her face literally looked like she saw a ghost, because she did. She was like, and I'm like, what? Tell me, what is it? I was too scared to look, but she was like, yo, I just saw a little boy in overalls, like an old-timey overall shirt, just running up and down the hallway. And I was like, what? I never saw him, but she did. That was so fucking creepy. Just weird shit like that happened all the time. And this one time, I saw him, but like an outline of him. But there is this infamous ghost in this house named Norman. My sister woke up out of a dead sleep and was like, I know who it is. He told me his name. Runs downstairs to my dad's like workshop. He used to work from home. And he was a jeweler, so he had like a visor on and like glasses. And he's like at his workbench working, and my sister comes up behind him and was like, Dad, I know his name. The ghost told me his name. And my dad lifts up his visor, turns around and goes, Norman. Puts it back down and starts working. My sister's like, what the fuck? How did you know that? Why don't you tell me that before? Like, what? How did 2 of them know that the ghost was named Norman? Like, I've never had a ghost tell me his name, but this one time, I'm pretty sure it was him, because it was a really tall guy. I never saw like his face, but one day I was downstairs and I felt something, and I looked up at where the landing was and where the stairs were, and I just see an outline of a tall dude just standing there, and I thought it was like my dad or my brother, and I got closer and he disappeared. I was like, oh shit, that wasn't them. Lucy, do you want to say hi? Here's Lucy. She keeps playing with my feet. Hi. You don't have any ghost stories. You don't. Okay, go play. But that's about it for the ghost stories. That house was wild. I feel bad for the people that ended up with that house. They didn't know what they were in for. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys stay safe and wash your hands and wear a mask when you go out to anywhere. Stop it, Lucy! But anyway, I gotta go. She's playing with my feet. Bye. See you next time.